Box. It's Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. Coming up on the program today, why is my sperm hole twitching? Plus, an early autumn edition of Beef Bone Mania. Alexis K. Tyler wants her son to fuck a bitch into submission. And it was Jackie Chan-style nipples all along. All this plus your voicemails today.
In this film, we explore all of the possibilities of lovemaking that are practiced today. All the way from the early sex films of Hollywood right up to today's modern porno flick. We'll explore group sex, we'll view swinging, and we'll ask people themselves why they swing.
At this time, I think it would be wise for us to see an actual pornographic film being made. Notice the dignity which prevails, the mood, and the anticipation for the artistic event. Lights, camera, and preparation. Everyone is in the mood, for this is show business. Listen, I think our actors are about to begin. You look like an actress. From your position here, what do you see, and how do you feel about it?
Well, let's put it this way. I like what I see.
What do you see?
I see a lot of people digging on a lot of other people.
At last, a comprehensive insider's look of where it's at and what's happening now.
Harder. Harder.
This is your chance to see what's going on in the mid-70s. Lovemaking USA. A semi-centennial report.
It's Distorted View Daily, sponsored by TV listener Karaz.
Back here with you for your midweek Wednesday show. Got a great one for you. Yes, we've got a sponsor. Yes, RoderPay is standing by to tell us more. Yes, that's going to happen right now. Yes, yes. Oh, God, yes. Harder, harder.
Harder. Harder.
That's the one thing I remember from that Lovemaking USA clip. It's not a very sexy way of saying it, right?
Harder. Harder.
You're with a woman and she's like, fuck me harder. Harder. You're like, are you having a stroke? Are you slow or something? Anyway, RoderPay, take it away.
Yes, Tim, today's sponsor is Karaz, who writes, I'm sponsoring a show. Please follow these directions. Take my fucking money and shove it up your ass. Thoroughly. I love you, Tim, because you frequently make me laugh. Good boy. Greetings from Austria, Karaz.
Thank you so much, Karaz, not only for sponsoring the show, but taking it easy on me. You don't have a lot of directives. I mean, aside from shoving the money up my ass. As soon as I can convert this PayPal cash to actual dollar bills, I will be inserting it into my rectum. The other reason I love Karaz is that he didn't pay me something like $25.37, so I would then have to cram a bunch of change up my butt. That might be a little more painful. You know, rolling up a $20 bill and a $5 bill real tight, lubing it up and cramming it in my shitbox, that's nothing. I'm looking forward to it, actually. So, again, thank you so much, Karaz. I believe this is our last sponsor. I've got no more notifications, so I think I have worked through every last one. If for some reason I missed you, please email me, show@distortedview.com. We'll rectify that situation. That being said, now is a great time to sponsor the show. Again, you just have to PayPal me $25. If you are the first to do so, you will be sponsoring Friday's episode, which is going to be a good one. Let me tell you why. There's a bit of a programming note. You may recall my best frenemy, Mead Skelton, recently posted that he is flat-ass broke. He had no money. So he is turning to some desperate measures. He's become a male prostitute. No. He's selling feet pics on OnlyFans. No. He messaged me and said, hey, Tim, if you would like, I will write you a Distorted View song, a theme song of sorts. And naturally, I jumped at the chance. Now, you should never pay someone in full before they come through with a project or service, but I'm an idiot. I don't know why I'm so trusting. I felt bad because Mead needed some cash, so I sent him some money and I said, yes, write me and perform a song. And I will give Mead some credit here. We make fun of Mead. We talk a lot of shit about Mead. We goof on him and his Yankee Doodle music. Well, let me tell you something about Mead Skelton. When it comes to the actual business of music, he is very professional and prompt. He was on this task. He messaged me multiple times like, hey, Tim, what would you like me to sing about? Do you have any words or ideas for this song? And I was waiting for you guys to email me because I wanted some suggestions, right, from my listeners. Mead was raring to go, though, so I eventually did send him a bunch of suggestions. I have received the song, and Mead was very, professional, saying, look, if there's any changes you want me to make, which, of course, I don't. I want this to be Mead's vision. We are going to reveal it on Friday's show. Freaks, you will not believe what came out of Mead's mouth. That's all I'm going to say. Now, tomorrow on the Sideshow exclusive episode, I'm going to tease the song a little more, maybe play a few seconds of it. So if you're really into Mead content, you will tune in or subscribe. Better yet, subscribe now so you can hear a little bit of Mead's latest opus. There is a reason why I am not playing it today. I am waiting until Friday. I may have another Mead surprise for you. We'll see how that goes. Oh, very exciting things are happening here on Distorted View Daily. That is what you call a tease, right? All right, listen, I do have a couple pieces of audio I want to share with you. Again, even though I'm right now down here in Cincinnati recording the show. By the time you're listening to this, I'm up in Ashtabula doing mom stuff. So it's going to be a short program because I have to record a bunch of shows, bank them for when I'm in Ashtabula. You know how that goes. We've been dealing with this all summer. But I do have some audio I want to share with you. First up, our favorite morbidly obese man who thinks he's a bodybuilder for Christ is back. I don't really know his name. I think it's James, but you'll probably recognize him as the Beef Bone Mania guy. You probably don't recognize that name either, huh? I remember there was one listener who was very excited about this guy. He or she was requesting more Beef Bone Mania content. This one's for you, baby. Now, today's featured image is going to be of this guy. I want you to look at him and tell me, do you think he's a bodybuilder? Sometimes when I see super muscly dudes with clothes on, I confuse them for fat people. Maybe this guy really is jacked, and I'm way off the mark here. So I'll let you decide. Check out the featured image over there at distortedview.com and superfreaksideshow.com. Here is his latest video.
Hello, this is Jim Bassett coming to you, Beef Bone Mania here, North Creek Performance in Mannington, West Virginia.
I'm sorry. Even if he is a bodybuilder, this is not peak performance. I take back what I said about not being able to tell if he's fat or jacked because he's wearing a tank top and you can see his arms, and while they're big, they're not muscly. It's fat arms. By the way, I think Peak Performance is the name of his gym or the gym he goes to, which is not a great advertisement. He is holding a huge bone,
West
though.
Virginia.
I don't know what type of bone this is.
I don't have any rights to the music playing in the background, so I want to let you know that. Well, about close to 40 years ago, doctors told me I would be in a wheelchair in 5 years. For God's glory, God's kept me on my feet, so I want to do some feet.
Those poor feet. Those feet must have done something horrible in a past life. They must have been like Hitler's feet. You will spend the next life carrying 700 pounds of pressure day in and day out. Those feet are going to be connected to a delusional individual who thinks he's in shape, but in reality should be bedridden. I don't even know what he's going to do in this video. I guess he's probably going to try to break this giant bone. But what would be more interesting to me and would have a greater likelihood of going viral is just to see him try to stand up. I want to time that. There's no way he can just get up out of a chair. There's got to be a lot of 30 seconds to a minute, rocking motion, trying to build up enough momentum. He's also, I mean, again, look at the featured image. I'll try to even make this the podcast cover art today because I could stare at this for hours. He's got some sort of headgear on with a bunch of loops and straps. I've never seen anything like this before. I don't know if this is common in the bodybuilding community or if he's recently had a lobotomy and this is just holding his head together or something. I don't know. It's nuts. All right, I'm going to shut up so we can listen to some bone broth madness.
For God's glory, God's kept me on my feet. So I'm going to do some beef bone mania squats for you. Here, box squats here with my beef bone weighs a little over 5 pounds. So let's get with it here.
Wait a second. What are you going to do? Squats with the bone?
Swoo swat. Swoo swat sweet. Swoo swat sweet. Swoo swat sweet.
Well, okay.
Swat sweet.
You know what? He's standing up with the bone. So he's got one hand on each side of the bone, and he's standing up and then sitting down. I wouldn't actually call these squats. I don't think this is an exercise. For normal people, this would not be an exercise. You're holding something that's 5 pounds and you're standing up from a chair. But when you're, 1,000 pounds or whatever he is, simply getting up out of the chair is quite an accomplishment. I didn't think he'd be able to do it. I mean, he has to rock forward a little bit, but it doesn't take long at all. And this is his entire exercise for the week, I think. That, by the way, is like his battle cry. Or maybe he's speaking in tongues because he is very religious. All right, you get the idea there. As always, the real fun is in the comments. I've been hospitalized 7 times with beef bone mania. Someone else said, I had an abortion at Beef Bone Mania 97. Beef Bone for life. Lawnboy78 says, I was conceived at Beef Bone Mania 77. My parents wanted to name me Swooswa or Sweeswa, but decided to use a family name. SetX Carl says there's so much power in the Swooswa Swee. Incredible work here. And then back to, I had 7 baby mamas after Beef Bone Mania 2006. Now, the reason why I haven't been featuring Mr. Swoo Swa Swee Beef Bone Mania is because he hadn't been posting for a very long time, and he addresses that.
Rising out of the ashes, Beef Bone Mania coming soon. Swa Swee. Hope y'all haven't been too impatient waiting on me. I've had some health setbacks and stuff, and I'm starting to come back. I'm on the comeback trail. I'll have some new feature strength coming up, hopefully very soon there. So bear with me as Beef Bone Mania will rise up out of there. Remember, nothing's impossible with God. So I love y'all. God bless you. And a swa sweet to you, and I love you.
All right, he's out of breath just talking. Moving his mouth and making sounds come out of it is a high-intense cardio workout for him. So it doesn't surprise me he's had some quote-unquote health setbacks as of late. Good to see him, though, doing what he loves. Welcome back, Beef Broth. I don't know. I can't ever remember his name. It's 3 fucking words because it's so stupid. Beef Bone Mania. Hopefully we'll have some more new content in the coming days and weeks from him. Moving on now. After Charlie Kirk's assassination, I did not think that was going to provide so much content for TV. After all, it was very sad. Someone who was just talking, just sharing his opinions, got shot in the fucking neck. Did you guys see that video? It was all over X, which is just a great advertisement for that social media platform. Do you early internet users miss rotten.com? If so, you got to sign up for X. It's pretty much the same thing. It's faces of death online. Anyway, he gets shot and immediately Charlie's, he just sort of leans over and blood is shooting out of his neck. Anyone who saw this video when it happened pretty much knew there's no coming back from that shot. So when news reports started coming out that, Charlie Kirk is in critical condition. And then there was another report I saw saying that he was in serious condition, but the wounds weren't life-threatening. I was like, bullshit. You can't come back from your neck exploding. That carries a lot of blood, I hear. Jugular and such. Anyway, whatever. That's not what I want to talk about. There's just like a lot of cringy, weird things happening since his death, like his wife getting on camera to eulogize him, and then it turns into a plug for Turning Point USA. That was kind of weird. Trump being asked about how he felt after Charlie Kirk's death, and Trump responded that he was very excited about the ballroom that was being renovated or created in the White House. Just funny stuff like that. And then I ran across this clip of a church service who actually had Charlie Kirk speak. This wasn't like Charlie Kirk spoke before his death in front of this congregation. No, this is post-assassination. And it's also not just audio clips from when Charlie Kirk was alive strung together. No. The Jesus crowd has discovered AI. And it's as bad as you can imagine. Now, I have seen dorks online making bad AI videos where, like, Jesus is hugging Charlie up in heaven, hanging out with Hulk Hogan and some angels and shit like that. On the flip side, there has been some great, funny AI videos. One where Charlie Kirk meets George Floyd up in heaven, and then they begin to make out. I guess George Floyd and Charlie Kirk died on the very same day. Different years, of course. So that's a little weird. But anyway, in the AI video, they're hardcore making out, like tongues. You can see a lot of tongue action. That shit made me laugh. This, though, made me cry.
I was so moved just to hear it between services. You're hearing something the first service didn't. But I want you to watch this clip and hear what Charlie is saying regarding what happened to him this past week.
Oh, Charlie has some thoughts on his own assassination. I'm guessing he wasn't a fan of it. Wasn't the best day of my life. I'd rate it a 0 out of 10, actually. Would not recommend. Already, this is just so fucking stupid.
First, I want you to know I'm fine, not because my body is fine, but because my soul is secure in Christ. Death is not the end. It's a promotion. Don't waste 1 second mourning me. I knew the risks of standing up in this cultural moment.
By the way, 100,000 people showed up to mourn Charlie Kirk. So you're going against his wishes. You should all stay home and watch football or something. While this kind of sounds like Charlie Kirk, it's obviously AI, and obviously these aren't his words. This is what some guy wants Charlie to say,
Don't waste 1 second mourning me. I knew the risks of standing up in this cultural moment, and I'd do it all over again. Second.
See, I don't know if the real Charlie Kirk would. Given the option, look, go to this university in Utah and have your head blown off, or sit this one out. He might be like, you know what? We'll circle back to Utah another time. There are plenty of other college campuses to go visit on my tour. I choose not to die today. What kind of fucking dumb statement is this?
Do not let this violence divide us further.
Well,
the
nice.
enemy wants chaos, fear, and retaliation. Don't give it to them.
Obviously, the enemy is the Jews, right? No?
Instead,
it's always the Jews.
Double down on truth. Double down on courage. Double down on your faith and on your families. That is how you honor me. Third, remember this.
Chili's has an amazing 3 for me deal for a limited time. You get a beverage, endless chips and salsa, and a burger entree with fries for $10.99. You won't find a better deal, even at fast food restaurants. Chili's. Savor the moment. Sorry, AI compute power is not cheap. This posthumous message had to be sponsored by someone to pay the bills. All right, here is his real third point.
America is worth it. Free speech is worth it. Fighting for the unborn, for families, for sanity and a culture gone mad. It is all worth it. So dry your tears, pick up your cross,
and kick a queer in the groin. Push those little fairies back in the closet.
Do it with joy. Do it with strength. And never, ever let evil think it won.
Okay. Yay, fake Charlie. Charlie spoke at my church today. Glory be to God. Guys, I got to be honest with you. I still don't really know who Charlie Kirk is or was. How did this guy get popular? Is he the Charlie from that video where the little kid gets his finger bitten by his brother Charlie? Is that who we're talking about here? I just never bothered to do much research.
I love you so much, church. I love you for things just like that.
Yeah, they gave Charlie, well, fake AI Charlie, a standing ovation. That's what's happening in churches across America right now. Just your standard, everyday, weird shit. Speaking of weird shit, I have got a new Alexis K. Tyler video. My queen has returned. She is with her son in this vid. She has prepared a breakfast for him. Looks good, right? Eggs with cheese, some sausage. I think he ate some waffles with blue syrup, which is weird. Not sure exactly what that was about. Looks like something like a 4-year-old would enjoy. I want the blue syrup. And it's like that really bright fake blue. I think he consumed some blue waffles. Look it up on Google. On second thought, don't search for blue waffles. Anyway, what started off as kind of a sweet video of Alexis showing off the nice breakfast she made for her son naturally turned sexual. I think Alexis is reminded of a sex move that has something to do with breakfast.
I got that strawberry sex lube.
Yeah, the strawberry sex move.
Remember you used to fuck them girls?
Yeah, you can eat it too.
So you was fucking on them and they eating the strawberry lube off your dick.
I need to eat off them first.
Eat they pussy and put the strawberry down.
Rub them down, massage them with it first, then eat it off on them.
Okay, he's talking with his mouth full, which is disgusting. Almost as disgusting as talking about getting your dick sucked with your mother. What the fuck? Like, I understand having a healthy relationship where you can talk to your mom about anything, but you don't have to include every detail. You could just be like, hey, mom, I met a girl and, we had some fun last night. I accidentally got her pregnant. Can you drive me to the abortion clinic? Like, that's normal conversations you would have with your mom. Not like including all of the positions you're in. First of all, I ate her stank pussy out. It was so gross, but I doctored that cunt up with some sweet strawberry syrup so I wouldn't gag on her gash. Then she blew me, and after taking my load, she kissed me and we swapped my semen back and forth, mouth to mouth, for a good 20-30 minutes until it was all frothy. I don't know. It's all too explicit for me.
Seasoned vets.
And I'm so glad you're not disrespectful to older women. But see, I knew before you got locked up last time you were dating an older woman with a big old ass and a nice shape, and she didn't look old. That's you, one of my supporters.
I guess De Niro, that's her son, De Niro Red, likes the older women.
Them old women be experienced.
And came over there and took you shopping. She's like, baby, you need some shoes and clothes and stuff.
Yeah, they know what to do. You ain't got to tell them to suck your dick. They wake you up out your sleep, suck your dick, take you shopping. Baby, you need some shoes.
It sounds to me that this guy does not have a job. And the reason why he likes older women is because they literally take care of him. Take care of he dick and take care of he other needs, like, buying shoes and clothes and crap.
I like mine. See, I like all women. I like younger women too, but I like older women because they know how the hell they be in.
So they them seasoned vets, they get they check, they throw their pussy and make it wet.
That's right, Mom. They throw their pussy and they make it wet. I am fascinated by their relationship.
So I had a couple older women I had to leave alone though.
What happened?
They thought they was just finna get dick up out me every day and every night, wasn't paying me. But get niggas some Al Jordans or nothing.
So wait a second. So they just thought it was a real relationship. You ain't just gonna get dick out of me. You got to pay for my shit.
You put that young pipe, that high pipe width up in them and give them that young energy. And she just wanted that energy and didn't want to reciprocate.
Yeah, want me to get some dick every night. Had a job out there in Buckhead.
Oh, what? What she said when you said, well, can you help a nigga out? Can you help me out?
I broke her when she told me what size shoe you were. I told her what size shoe I was.
I love eavesdropping in on these mother-son heart-to-hearts.
But what did I tell you when you were young? I said, look, you be polite to them. You talk soft to them. You don't talk about your sex game. You open the door for them. You feed them. I said, but when you get in that motherfucking room, snatch their drawers down to their ankles and fuck their ass into submission.
Scott Fletcher, former announcer of Distorted View Daily. Do you want to take this one? What are we dealing with here?
Distorted View's Mother of the Week.
Oh, I love this bitch.
Draws off.
You supposed to draw them off or snatch them down to their ankle, take them off and fuck their ass down.
Man, believe me, that's my know you want. You won't tell my draws. I know you. I said I won't. I got them telling them motherfuckers off.
Snatch they draws off. Snatch they can't catch their breath. Snatch they damn panties off. Snatch they bra off, snatch, bitch, take that off.
I really don't like a bitch wearing draw around me anyway.
Well, that's what you snatching for. Fuck they ass down to the ground. Because if you don't, they not going to respect you if that bed game ain't tight. Even if you got money, they'll use you for that money. But if that dick game ain't tight and you ain't really pimping and got them with that gangster fucking and that sucking in there, submit, make they ass submit in there and talk to they motherfucking, make them talk to daddy. And then you'll know when it's boss. Because when you get up, you need some shoes, you need something to eat, you need clothes. Yeah. Handle your business.
Stand on that business.
I already told you to stand on your business.
Stand on that
business. Go take your dick in their ass and stand on all 10. Lift up in that ass. Lift up. Looks just like you're on the seesaw. And then push up in their ass.
Jumping jacks in that pussy.
Okay. Well, we'll talk to y'all later on.
Pussy Jumping Jacks. I believe that's going to be today's episode title. We learned so much today. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow? What are you waiting for? Help support this stupidity. Become a true and honorable freak today. Just go to distortedview.com. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. We've got monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, and even lifetime memberships. What do you get for that small price? Well, every week I do exclusive shows just for paying members. And not just one or two. Peppered throughout the week, you're getting all sorts of great exclusive content. Typically, we do 4 Sideshow exclusive pieces every week. 2 full-length Sideshow episodes, usually on Tuesday and Thursday. And then on Monday and Wednesday, we do little bonus mini shows, little segments. This week is a little bit different just because of the whole mom thing, but we'll get back on track next week. Still, yesterday we did a full-length Sideshow exclusive episode, and I got another one for you guys tomorrow. So it is a great time to sign up. Just go to distortedview.com right now. If you happen to use Spotify to listen to DV, you can still sign up, but you got to do it through the Spotify app. Just search for Distorted View. There will be a link to tap on to sign up, and then all of the exclusive content will appear right alongside the free episodes in your Spotify app. Same deal with Apple Podcasts. You're given that option, though. You can either sign up on the website or you can do it through the Apple Podcast app. A couple other ways you can support the show. We've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. Pledge $5 and get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. We do have some patrons checking in today later on in the program. And, of course, you can sponsor an episode of DV. Just PayPal me $25 to show@distortedview.com and let me know if you want me to say anything, talk about anything, play any clips. Just a fun little way to help support the show. You can also go to paypal.me/distortedview. That is PayPal's website where you can just send me money directly there. All right, 2 very quick stories now. First up, remember a month or 2 ago, there was this big scandal in Oklahoma. Apparently, the State Board of Education had a closed-door meeting. Board members were gathered around a conference table, and there was a television in the corner. It was only visible to some people, I guess, based on how they were sitting. Displayed on the TV, though, was something shocking. According to one member, I was like, what am I seeing? I was kind of in shock, honestly. I was like, is that a naked woman? And then I was like, no, she's got a bodysuit on. And it happened very quickly. I was like, that's not a bodysuit. And I hate to even use the term, but I said, those are her nipples. And then I was looking closely. I got a full body view. The allegation, of course, is that there was porn being played at the State Board of Education meeting. What makes this particularly funny is that it happened in Oklahoma, and Superintendent Ryan Walters, the guy who kind of heads up all of education in the UK, he's the dude that wants to put Trump Bibles in every classroom. Publicly, he's very against porn, and he wants Jesus to return to the public schools. So why was there porn being played on his television during a meeting? While the story is funny, it did seem a little suspicious. Why would he that, brazenly throw tits and pussy in everyone's face when he's totally against this stuff? So he says. Was it just an accident? Did he forget the TV was on? Did he accidentally turn it on? And the porn he was watching prior, popped up on the screen? What's going on? Well, we've got some answers now. Guys, it wasn't even porn. You know, you can show tits and it not be full-blown XXX action. An unusual investigation into how explicit images appeared during an Oklahoma Board of Education meeting has concluded with no criminal charges. The Oklahoma County District Attorney's Office announced that there was not enough evidence to pursue charges after reviewing reports from the County Sheriff's Office and the Oklahoma State Board of Investigation. The inquiry began after board members reported that a state-owned TV inside the education department briefly showed a nude woman in what appeared to be a massage table. The speculation was that porn had been streamed from a personal device onto the TV. Well, investigators later confirmed that the scenes were not from illicit material, but from a Jackie Chan film, specifically the 1985 action flick, The Protector. It just happened to be on TV at the time, and then everyone lost their mind over nipples. According to the reports, the Samsung smart television in the office had been newly installed and was configured to automatically display Samsung TV Plus programming. At the time of the meeting, the service was broadcasting The Protector on its Movie Hub Action channel. Scenes in the film include fully nude women packing cocaine inside of a factory and another sequence featuring a sexual massage. That matched up to what board members said they witnessed. Two board members who initially raised concerns later told investigators the film clips were consistent with what they saw. While the investigation determined that the incident was accidental and not linked to any staff misconduct, it's raised broader questions about the use of internet-connected televisions in state offices. I'm sorry, everyone in state offices are adults, supposedly. Seeing a nipple is not some sort of apocalyptic event. It's okay. Look down at your chest. You have nipples yourself. Everyone calm the fuck down. It's not the end of the world. All right, final story we have for you. Well. You know, it's been a tough week for the gays. Ever since the Charlie Kirk assassination, right-wing people really want to pin this murder on homosexuals and trans people and furries. Finally, we've got some science that says maybe the homosexuals had it right all along. Vindicated! Maybe not in the way you were thinking, but yeah, I do consider this to be vindication. Your anus, the body's exhaust pipe for solid waste. All right, that's one way of describing it. Well, the anus may have originally evolved as a sex organ. Thank you. A team at the University of Bergen. That's not even a place, Bergen. You mean Berlin? What sort of dum-dum wrote this story? All right, let's go with Bergen. A team at the University of Bergen studying the genetics of tiny marine animals called, xenocolomorphs, found evidence that the first evolutionary versions of anuses were likely used to expel sperm rather than feces. I got news for you. Buttholes still squirt out sperm after I'm done with them. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're too kind. No encore. I gotta move on. Yeah, apparently the first versions of the anus, butthole Mark 1, they were designed to expel sperm rather than feces. Their findings, which have not yet been peer-reviewed or formally published, so we don't know if this is just full of shit or not. Sorry for the pun. It suggests that one of humanity's least glamorous organs began its history as a reproductive outlet. Xenocolomorphs, distant relatives of flatworms, don't have anuses at all. Instead, they use a single opening that serves as both mouth and waste exit, just like our commander-in-chief, right? Am I right? Oh, political humor. Scathing. Males, however, also have a separate reproductive organ hole known as a gonadopore. Gonadopore. Okay, it's like a pore, a skin pore, but also a gonad. Gonadopore. According to the researchers, the genetic toolkit that builds gonadopores in these animals is the same one that in more complex species evolved into the anus. Once a hole is there, you can use it for other things. That's the motto I live by. I thought I came up with that quote. Once a hole is there, you can use it for other things, zoologist Andre Hinold told New Scientist. In other words, evolution took one multi-purpose opening and repurposed it, first as a sperm hole and eventually as a poop chute. I like that we're using medical terms here. The findings echo the function of cloacas, the all-in-one cavities found in reptiles, amphibians, birds, and even mammals like the platypus. Cloacas serve as both a waste disposal system and a reproductive organ, showing how evolution has long favored Swiss Army knife holes. The research suggests that the split between the digestive tract and the reproductive system happened later in evolutionary history, after our ancestors diverged from the xenocoelomorphs. That means there's at least a chance that your distant evolutionary butthole ancestors were busy shooting sperm before they ever got around to handling feces. I don't know if that should comfort you or sexually excite you. It is kind of doing something to me. I feel something down in my cloaca. My sperm hole is twitching. What's up with that? Love to hear from you, freaks. Many ways to contact the show. Show at DistortedView.com. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook.com/DistortedView Show. Oh, real quick, gotta say thanks to Michael, who emailed me about CPAP alternatives. I was saying that I was having a real hard time adjusting to the CPAP machine, specifically the masks. And I gotta be honest with you, the mask that I thought would be the best for me, that seemed to work at the beginning, was this full face mask. It goes over your nose and over your mouth, and I just cannot sleep with it. Well, I think the real reason is because I cheaped out. Instead of going and buying like a ResMed or a Philips, Responics version of the masks, I went on Amazon and I found like this, I don't know, $30 or $40 mask, trying to save some money here. All my money is going to Meade Skelton right now, making these ridiculous songs for me. And it's just like a real hard, not nice feeling plastic. So a couple nights ago, I switched back to one of the masks that I was complaining about before, from a reputable company, though. It's like one of those masks that covers your mouth and then it presses up against your nose holes. But it's made with this like softer material. And while I still have issues with air leaks, specifically when I'm tossing and turning, sometimes I'll like get into a position where the mask isn't fitting right and all I hear is like a massive leak. And then I got to futz around with it for 5 minutes. Aside from that, it feels much better and I'm able to sleep. Like last night, I got 5 hours of sleep with the mask on. And more importantly, I didn't have any sort of like obstructions, what they call airway events. So I guess I'm going to stick with this mask until I can afford that $250 mask that I told you about. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Michael emailed me with some CPAP alternatives. I saw this in a commercial and thought of you. Sorry. I had a hard time navigating their website. It's an implanted device for obstructive sleep apnea instead of a mask. Yes, I have seen this thing. I hate the idea of implants. Unless they're for making my titties bigger. I just don't want to have any sort of surgery or implanted things. It's implanted in your neck, chest. Maybe it can help. Google review seems to say it's generally successful. Check this shit out. I just saw a commercial for sleep apnea, specifically an injection that is supposed to help with sleep apnea. And it turns out it's the same fucking shit that people are using to lose weight and control their diabetes. It's a GLP-1. So now, since I've been diagnosed with sleep apnea, I might be approved for this sleep apnea drug, which is really a weight loss drug, right? I'll be like, yes, I've got really bad sleep apnea. I need the maximum dose available. Could you imagine getting on this GLP-1 stuff and having your insurance cover it? So I don't have to pay. Lose weight for free, basically. That's my dream in life. I don't want to pay for weight loss. I just want it to happen. And also, I don't want to put in any effort. Can we also make that a thing? It's like I'm fucking walking. Yesterday, I walked 10 fucking miles. And every day I weigh myself, right? So I walked 10 miles. One of those miles I actually ran. I think I did like 26,000 steps yesterday. And then I weigh myself in the morning and I've gained weight. And I know it's just the body doing its thing. Could be muscle, could be shit inside of me. Like, who knows? But still, I hate that. I hate when you do a bunch of work and then the next morning, you know, it goes up. And it didn't go up a lot. It wasn't like it went up 2 or 3 pounds. It was like 0.2 pounds. But still, why couldn't it at least just stay the same? It's a real mind fuck. I guess that's why a lot of people say you shouldn't weigh yourself every day. It should be like every 3 or 4 days or every week. But I gotta keep on top of this, right? The second I get a little lazy, and the next thing I know, I'm gonna be like, why am I 50 pounds heavier? You know, it always happens. So, you know, I gotta keep my eye on the ball here.
Hey, Tim, I don't even know, because I'm drunk as shit right now, to be honest. But I listen to your podcast every day.
Oh, thank you.
All day. I don't even know, I'm just lost right now, to be honest. But I'm sitting outside of my apartment complex. I left my key in the house. My roommate don't get off till 12, and it's fucking raining. I'm suffering out here.
Oh, man, you locked yourself out and it's raining.
I'm wearing shorts. My socks are wet.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm sick.
You're going to catch a cold. You better. I hope to God when you got inside, you got all warm and dry.
Beers that I bought.
Take some Zicam.
I planned them to last, you know, all weekend, all week or whatever. But I'm on my last one now. I'm just fucked up, sitting in the dark outside in the rain.
Poor guy.
If I get killed,
he just needs a friend. I should give him my personal phone number so we can talk directly.
Please use this as something important, something special. Love you.
Not exactly sure what the point of this phone call was. I think he just needed to vent, and that's okay. Yes, caller. Speak loudly and clearly.
Hello, Tugu. Dragon come here.
Hey,
I
buddy.
want to say hello, but it should be Tugu. That is the formal way that us streets greet each other.
Tugu.
Anyways, I'm listening to this suggested best of show where you're playing Raymond 20 rather, and I'll say there's something about
Raymond is an interesting character because, like, no matter what president is in office, he's 100% behind him. So during the Biden administration, Raymond was like all super liberal, right? And then Trump gets back into office, and Raymond has gone full MAGA. He just wants to be aligned with whoever's in power, which I can sort of appreciate.
Freaks that just not the same today. It's not the same with regards to these utards that we used to have, like, I don't know, Thursday Lane, Raymond 14. Don't get me wrong, meat is a fountain of content, but there's something special about these old school utards.
The original fat man. I'm fat.
That brings to question.
Well, I guess that's the second fat man. The first one is, hey, folks, you know, the drinking bowls of gravy fat man.
Have you seen an evolution of utards in all this time? Like, do you think that...
Here's the problem with utards and TikTards in general is that people have figured out that the weirder you are, the more disgusting you are, the more out there you are, the more views you get. And so a lot of what I do now is sifting out the fake attention-seeking tards because I don't feel like they're genuine, you know? I think, you know, the early days of YouTube were great because people were just posting, you know, whatever. They're just posting whatever they're interested in, whatever they wanted to talk about. They weren't trying to monetize their channel so much. They weren't building a brand, and it was just more real, I guess.
Well, as social media has evolved, the utardedness has evolved as well, because I just think there's a different flavor of what utards do and what they talk.
And there's some tards I don't care for. I really dislike when these kids are at, like, the mall and they just start antagonizing random people who don't want to be on camera. Sometimes it's DV-worthy content, like when these streamers are, like, harassing women, trying to get them to fuck them or whatever, and it's awful people, but there's an angle I can go with. But when you're just, like, I don't know, being a nuisance, it sucks because, you know, that could be you. It could be me. You know what I mean? I don't want to deal with those fucking people out there. Okay. I don't like that.
The other question is...
I like when they're doing shit to themselves. You know who I like recently is that guy who gets on camera on live stream and just starts eating dog shit, right? He goes out in the yard, finds dog shit and eats it because that's not hurting anyone aside from himself. And it's disgusting and ridiculous.
Do you think now that the show is about 20-something years old, are there different eras of TV, right? Like, is there a classical era of TV, the golden era of TV, the gilded age of TV? Which period are we on right now?
It's hard for me to determine that. I mean, you guys would be a better judge of that. You know, a lot of longtime listeners of the show would say, oh, like 2005 to 2010 was probably the golden age of TV. But for me, when I go back and listen to those early episodes, I cringe. I'm like, oh my God, how could anyone have listened to this? I'm a baby doing, like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But on the flip side, if you listen to the sound effects that I play, a lot of them come from those early days of DV, and we're still playing them because to me, they hold up. I don't think I held up, right? Early 2000, 2005, 2006, Tim, yikes. But some of the content, the audio was good.
And by that, I tend to associate them whenever you change the intro and outro music.
Yeah.
That seems to be a pretty good indicator.
I see.
But I don't know. What do you think?
I think there's been, I would say there's probably been like 3 or 4 distinct eras of DV.
You're at the hell with the shit. By default.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I'll let you guys have that discussion. That is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@destroyedreview.com. Destroyedreview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
Snatch they draws down to their ankles and fuck their ass into submission.
Spread the distortion. STD, tell all your friends about the program. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Tomorrow's episode is for Sideshow members only. It's a great time to sign up, though. Just go to distortedview.com. And remember, on Friday, we'll be back with some Mead Skelton music. It'll be brand new and made just for DV. So be on the lookout for that. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
My doctor wants to dilate my asshole to the size of a fucking coconut.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.